Hey, howdy everyone, and welcome to tonight's Theater of the First, starring us. Hi! Hi, hi, hi! So, on today's Theater of the First, it's time for more Lies of P Overture. We've been informed that we may be nearing the end of the DLC tonight. We'll see. We also have been told that there is something we missed back in the facility after we opened up the doors. So we're going to run back there and check that out as well. With that said, we're going to jump right in tonight, I think. We did go back and do a little cleanup off screen, so we found like one item that we need to share with you guys that we have not listened to yet. It was another audio log. That said, we're going to boot it on up and jump right in. So I'll see you on the other side, okay? To the main stage. do 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 doom. Alright, so the main thing we found is we looked back on one of the ships we hadn't fully cleared out yet last night. And we found a key item here. Which is... Press to a friend or the Mad Puppet's message. Look at you all, scrambling blindly like headless chickens. Pathetic. You thought to sink me, but your ship's run aground. Arlecchino was lost. My freedom I have found.
Look at you all, scrambling blindly like headless chickens. Pathetic. You thought to sink me, but your ship's run aground. Arlecchino was lost, but my freedom I have found. And in such a state I find myself. What magnificent gifts you've given me. Fear not. I shall put these tools to good use. I truly thought it was the end. My body shattered and destroyed. It's not hyperbole to say, well, I was a wreck.
Thank you, Arlecchino.
Along came you, brilliant, misguided maniacs, to give me another chance at life. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my, let's call it, heart.
Oof.
But time flies, and there's much to do. I must now bid you all adieu. I have more debts to collect. The one who left me in such a wretched state. Oh, they call her the Legend Stalker now. Such a splendid little title. And she
They got that backwards. It doesn't match the audio and the text.
only fitting to congratulate her in person. See the truth behind the legend.
You know, it makes a lot more sense why you get to Arlecchino in the base game.
Idiots. It's time I paid a visit to the zoo and remind her of her debt. Oh, Arlecchino, you are a clever one.
It makes a lot more sense why you get to Arlecchino in the base game, talk to him just a little bit, and then your only available option is immediately to kill that motherfucker.
Any enemy of the alchemist.
Oh, there was also... I don't think we can do the last one yet, right? Yeah, we can't. It's inside the lighthouse. Alright. So, we did collect an item we can sell to him for Ergo, so we'll do that in a bit here. We have to go back to chapter 2. And I think it's security area? Yeah, it's security area. And apparently, there's something in here now that we've opened the doors that I missed. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's get a move on then. Which way? It's up. Do 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 do. Okay, that's the door where we killed that one guy. This is where we came in from. Unless it's like, it might be upstairs. Okay, there's definitely ways from upstairs. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ow. Whoa. Cut that out. Okay, let's take a closer look around here. I was told that there's a weapon somewhere in like one of the cells. I can attack so many times with this stupid thing. None of them can stop me. Maybe it was something I missed down here. No, I already got that one. Maybe I'm misremembering? Burn. Oh, that's so sad, buddy. Sorry. Yeah, because there's items over there I still don't have. Okay. Yeah, and that's a shortcut door. So I definitely missed something in here somewhere. Yeah, that's the way up. Oh. Alright, not in here. I already got this. Taking a little trip through the prison system. Huh. Yeah, because I haven't fought that guy. Down there. So we somehow missed a section. Oh, literally right there. Okay, you guys have fun with that. There we go. Well, bro, did I just interrupt you by rolling into that? How pathetic are you? Okay, we're going downstairs. Big boy. Does a lot of damage, but fire. Fair enough. Here's a chest. Puppet of the Future's welder blade and welder handle. Where is it? Where is it? Lorraine Z. There it is. Hey, it's advance. And a great sword? That's a weird. That's your light. And then it's a like great epee. Okay. That's a interesting combination. Most importantly, this should all do fire buildup. Sure fucking does. That's an absurd amount of fire buildup. Only goes for as long as you have stamina for it. That's so silly. I don't know how good that will be on bosses, but on normal enemies, that's pretty absurd. Okay. Let's head back. Do, 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 do. So, how long am I? We're in the ships. We're headed, we can see the lighthouse in the distance is the next location.
I just want, that's why I should.
10 trillion years more non-boss weapon handles for advanced builds. We fought Lumakio last. I'm short of Crescent.
Welcome.
Yeah, it was painting us. Yeah, sure was. It was very cool to fight a guy who was effectively like what? Slightly over 2 phases of HP.
I just want safety for everyone.
That you
we
get him
can,
down to like
at least.
60 and he heals back to full, and then you get him down to like 40 and then he heals back to 70 and gets an entirely new moveset. Max that one out.
I just want safety. That's why I should.
So this is probably going to be absurd. For the guy who's etiquette and he's actually using his umbrella, but yeah, the last phase sucked. Alright, so our heavy is much quicker now. With the payoff being we don't have a melee, but instead we have this and this, and watch that number go up. That's 20,000 damage. And because these are both states, they're extended by our default build-in. This could theoretically go higher, too. Because we don't have the boss amulet up. Apparently the boss amulet, though, might be glitched on certain consoles. I've heard reports it works, but I've heard other people report that it just doesn't work at all.
A great weapon.
Which is this. Increase attribute damage inflicted on enemies that are affected by the same attribute status ailment. The Nightmare's Amulet. So the idea is you set them on fire, and then if you keep doing attacks that do fire, those attacks do more damage. But I've seen some reports that it's the actual number, it doesn't change at all in comparisons. So I don't know if it's like an issue with like version. Because I am seeing some people say it does work. And it's like, the problem is, it's tied to the fucking Gunblade, which I'm not going to use in this run, but it would be nice to have for, like, New Game Plus. Yeah, fuck it. If it's busted, whatever, I'll use it in a future patch. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay, here we go. Now, it's hard to tell, too, due to how many hits it does. Also... Hold on. Okay, yeah, you still can do a trigger attack. The point is, irregardless, it does a disgusting amount of damage. At the downside of, you aren't doing anything while you're doing it. We gotta go sell something to this guy. Do.
Is that? Yes, it is. A Broad Bay lore cask. Aged 30 years. You have exquisite taste for a... Well, word around town is that the legendary stalker prefers Lab Lewy wine. But when it comes to harder stuff, nothing beats whiskey, eh? And since you know its value, don't even think about walking away without...
That is a free level. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Okay. Teleport on. Frozen Coast. Okay. Let's hit it up. They're gonna attack me with even more fucked up fish. That's just silly. Oh, it's an ice version of this shithead. Dumb. Just dumb. You're just running around with a flamethrower now. Okay. Whatever, man. It oddly is aiming, like, down. Which is a little weird. Oh, here's the village that guy was talking about. Yeah, you kind of need a side weapon of some kind. Because you are just sitting helpless while using this. Even if it is very strong. Sorry, fisherman buddy. I think you're, the kid you were waiting for is gonna be dead. I don't think he's in one piece. In the time it took you to catch that fish. See? No. I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck. There we go. Good lord. I got Dark Souls for a little bit there. No fish? No fish. Expecting fucked up fish. I think the funniest bit about this is that you can technically put Lacacia's blade on this and get, like, super dodge. Salau set up to see a day or two ago. In the end, I couldn't stop that damned old fool. As if all the monsters suddenly appearing and throwing everything in chaos wasn't bad enough, why must that stubborn old man make me suffer so much in my twilight years? Not just him. Seems everyone here has suddenly lost their minds. More and more villagers are suddenly insisting that they want to die. Feels like I'm not the only one who cares about it. It feels like I'm the only one who cares about the village anymore. Start checking in with residents next door. Okay, there's the lighthouse. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's what I assumed. The Haunted Lighthouse. Legend of how the Krat Lighthouse came to be known the Haunted Lighthouse is quite famous. However, even the most avid storytellers do not know the name of the ghost. In life, the ghost's name was Columbo, who was Krat's lighthouse keeper, but they all know him as the Portly Keeper, as if he was said to have been a greedy glutton. Columbo used his position to extort money from boat captains, giving light only to those who paid. They say he amassed a huge fortune that he hid in some secret location that he could only access. The treasure has never been found, leading to rumors that the keeper became so portly by eating all the treasure himself. The townspeople cursed Columbo with every breath. Some believe the curses worked because one day Columbo vanished, like his treasure has never been found. The lighthouse could not be left unattended, so the townspeople appointed a new keeper. That keeper suddenly resigned, driven from the post by the cries of the ghost that haunts the lighthouse. Repeated with the next, and many more, all fearing the wrath of the ghost. Only after the keeper changed 7 times that Columbo's ghost finally fell quiet. Even now it is said that the screams of the portly keeper can be heard echoing through the lighthouse when storms lash the shores. Perhaps the sounds of howling are Columbo raging at no end to the people who curse. He's dude literally trapped in the basement of the lighthouse. Like, let's not fuck around here. Okay. Bah. Place for the decoded frosted cipher machine text. The raised planet suggests something.
Just suspicious. Think about it. There aren't really that many places someone as heavy as that lighthouse keeper can hide it. The whole thing's just suspicious. Think about it. There aren't really that many places someone as heavy as that lighthouse keeper can hide it.
Where is... Yep. Sure enough. Wow, this shit encumbers you like crazy. They brought bars of gold and made a request. Their ship's movements are not to be recorded in the official logs. It's a truly profitable deal. The local fishermen are nothing compared to them. They were at the lighthouse again, loaded with a generous payment of gold bars. Where are they transporting that's worth so much to keep secret? I snatched the box while they weren't looking. All I found inside were bottles of medicine. The idiots didn't even notice the box I nicked. I sold all the bottles on the black market. I told them it was medicine and I got it at a great price. Later, Maxim said that none of his customers ever returned after buying the medicine. But I don't see how that's my concern. My treasure trove is growing. All these fools are making me rich. This is a joke, right? I only nicked a few boxes. They had plenty. Why would they do this to me? I'm trapped. Why won't anyone help me? I'll starve. I can't eat treasure. Someone get me. He's literally the cause of, like, everything going wrong in Krot. It is because the carcass medicine hit the black market. Let's head up. Do do do. Do 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 do. Been a few days since you rode out to kick the bucket, old man. You have to drink that beer you love so much in heaven. Make it back, I promise I'll go to sea with you, even if it means we might die. Even if the monsters leap from the waves all around us, fishers gotta fish. If we're going to shake in our boots, we ought to do that in the water, right? Whatever you, old coot, just make it back here safely and soon. Or I swear I'll drink your last remaining beer. Old, dirty, unlabeled beer bottle, well past its expiration date. The beer bottle kept for a long time by a poor elderly fisherman. Fisherman hoped to drink this last bottle of beer while boasting after a big catch. Oh. Where's Zora? Doop, 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 doop.
Hey, buddy, see that? Over there.
There's the Rose Estate.
We found it. The Rose Estate. Leia should be nearby.
Peer into distance.
I can't go inside.
There she is. Whee! Interesting shape to this lighthouse.
Oh, it's you, my forever friend. I'm so glad to see you again. I followed the white butterfly here. I found the Rose Estate, but it's full of sadness now. I can't go inside.
Everyone's fucking dead.
I'm okay. I have you. My new friend who looks like my old friend.
Yeah, there you go.
You gave me the world again. I miss my old friend. But it's okay that you're not him. You're on your own journey, and I think that's wonderful. Will you promise me something? When your journey ends, let's meet again in a pretty place. Rizora will wait for you there.
Rizora's treasure. Photo of the Tree of Friendship. Looks to be a tree in front of the front garden of Krat City Hall. The Tree of Friendship. This tree was planted to celebrate the expansion of Krat City Hall. Many may find respite beneath its branches, its boughs, and build joyful memories. Third piece of the drawing. Child's drawing that looks very old.
Rizora's creator. I'm sure my creator would have wanted to be your friend too. Because a friend is someone you will always happily wait for. When your journey ends, let's meet. Rizora's creator was very much. I'm sure my creator. When your journey ends.
See you later. Whee! The first sentient puppet. Whee! Alright, let's go look at the rest of the town before we go on. Down the cliffside here. Fisherman's Weather Key. Okay, so after we get the beer to him, we can do that.
Okay, now, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the legendary stalker is nearby.
Okay, that's progress. Let's check the back of the lighthouse. This game's good about having you, like... They don't want you to miss things. I will say, which is very nice of them. No, not yet. Give me a second. I have like 14K on me.
Any enemy of the alchemist.
Or on Krat's dark secrets, the secret of the
door
lighthouse.
Only opened for someone of great weight. Ingenious. Who would have thought? Well done. You have the keen mind of a detective. To condemn the lighthouse keeper to such a cruel fate, though, I'll never be able to stomach their evil wrongdoings. As long as the alchemists rule Krat,
The famed detective's
tragedies
coat and
such
hat.
as this shall never end. Thank you for revealing another truth. Without you, the alchemist's secrets would have stayed locked away forever. More problems remain, of course. For all intents and purposes, Krat remains under the thumb of the alchemists. I know that what I'm doing is something that must be done, but I often feel like I'm fighting alone in meaningless battles. The enemy is great, and I am but one man. Will my efforts ultimately be in vain? Will the terrible truths I know ever be revealed to the people of Krat?
Nope. But
Will the terrible truths I know
Krat will definitely be saved.
You talk of
And it
future
will.
events
Everyone
as
will
if
be
it already
dead.
happened.
But the city's
Your
safe now.
words bring great comfort. Thank you. They also remind me yet again of the person I must protect. My only family.
You're gonna be
someone
dead, though.
Whose life I pray shines with truth.
Your imposter's gonna sell me a lot
I
of
may
weapons.
be destined to toil through life, mired in deceit and lies. But my wish is for her to live happily. That's the sole reason I remain here and continue to fight.
Survivor. Discard your past fears and protect your inner flame. As long as you're here, I won't be afraid. Because you're here. Okay. Rise above despair and fear, moving forward as you feel the beat of your heart. Survivor. A song of one who strives to guard the flame of hope in a land of extreme. Alright. I'm gonna need a second. I gotta get some water while that goes. Hey, we're back. Sorry about that, you guys. Hmm? Aw, kitty. Cute. Goodbye, kitty.
Well met.
Well, it doesn't really have anything else I want in the ancient discs right now. Maybe we'll find another expansion here soon. I need like another 2 levels. That's fine. Shipwreck's exterior. Pick up this key that we'll get from this guy after he dies because we gave him beer. That's the lesson today, kids. Don't drink beer. Ignore everything else that happened. Just don't drink. One of the only normal humans left in Krot.
It's time to celebrate my triumph. And a beer is just what I need. Ah, good. This is the bottle of beer I saved. I bought 3 bottles of this brew. After
Oh
my
no,
wife
his wife left him because he
left me.
fished.
I already drank 2, and now this is the last one. The one I swore I'd only open once I caught the fish. Did you praise my catch to the villagers and the brat?
Everyone was impressed with your catch.
Did the brat crack a grin? Oh, I bet he did. It's why I caught the fish, to teach Manolin a life lesson.
Well, that's a shame.
We are not made for defeat. That humans can be destroyed, but not defeated. Let's raise a toast to victory with the beer I saved for this day.
There he goes. Fisherman's weathered key. Key worn and weathered by frequent use, stained with seawater, it's rusted in several places. A key with a cord to wear around the neck to prevent it from being lost, even in high waves. The old fisherman never took this key off. Not when fixing the nets or going out to sea. Go see what he was hiding in his tent full of fish. I do think that maybe they're a little hands-on with some of the, like, pop-ups, just telling you exactly where to go when you get items. Especially when they're, like, this close together. But, you know, it is what it is. It's not hurting anybody. Fisherman's weathered key. Hey. The old fisherman's letter. To my beloved Clara, the day you collapsed coughing up blue blood still haunts my nightmares. At first I wallowed in sorrow and tried to follow you. Then I remember the roads you spoke to me, a shabby fisher, on the day you became my wife. Do not turn your back on the sea when it beckons. I bought 3 bottles of beer to drink with you. Now only 1 bottle remains. Do you remember that young brat Manolin? I've trusted the last bottle of beer to him. Now I head to sea. Don't worry, my love. Come what may, I will always return to you. Extra heart pounding. Okay. Off we go then. Let's see what horrible creature is gonna jump me down here. But fucked up mini boss they haven't dropped on my head yet will appear. Whale! The big fish. It's fucking Zamtrios. No. Bro, can you calm down for a second? Light on fire. This is a very good showcase of how stupid this fucking flamethrower is. I am glad we got to fight. We got a shark run back at least. Especially after we didn't get to fight a shark. Despite the trailer making it look like the submarine thing was gonna be a, like, weird boss. Good lord. Oh, he's got like an octopus tentacle sticking out of his ass. There he goes. A full moonstone. I mean, I guess it would make sense that it doesn't have a quartz since it's not a puppet. I just expected a little more. No! The whale! Aww. Okay, it exploded out of the whale's corpse. I see. That's fucked up. Well, there's our monstro. Sorry, big guy. I don't know how they would have made that work anyway. We already had the green monster anyway. Even if it's a shabby stand-in. Since it's supposed to be a mixture of the monster and the green fisherman, I think his name is. Okay. Stupid. Stupid ass weapon. Brain off fucking weapon, like, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's go meet the stalker. Do, 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 do. See if she's dead yet or not. Oh, it's rose petals. Oh, there she is.
Who are you? You look familiar.
Is it my hair?
Wait. This is Romeo's locket.
Now she'll see blood-stained dust in there. Hey, how bad is the petrification getting you?
How?
Not too far gone yet.
This is something very dear to me. Thank you for returning it. But, before all that, how did you find me? I see. The tracker. He told you about me. He never could fix that irksome quirk of his. Always wasting his time on lost causes. But he doesn't extend his trust easily. His faith in your character speaks volumes. Does that mean I can trust you? Fine. I concede you are not my enemy. If you were, the tracker would have made sure you never reached me. The fact you're alive means he trusted your intentions when he sent you here. The tracker has always looked after others. That's the principle that guides him. Comrades would be a better term to describe us than friends. That said, he is the reason I'm listening to you now. Just don't ask me anymore. This photo. It's the last print left. A pity it's damaged. A memory of me with my 2 apprentices. Happier days now gone forever. I was tough on them. I was such a fool. I never appreciated how precious our time together truly was. When tragedy befell us, I couldn't face the past. But Romeo kept the locket for me. To tell you the truth, I couldn't bear it. It was just too painful to see how happy we'd been. All this is the work of that damned Arlecchino.
Yeah.
We have a history.
Oh, she's explaining this for you in case you've, like, failed to pick up any of the obvious items along the way that tell you this.
So during our battle, I did my best to destroy his body. Perhaps he holds a grudge against me over that.
Don't worry, girl, I'll get him
the ego of a murderer
in, like,
awakened within his
15
ego.
years or some shit.
But can a puppet be considered human through ego alone? I don't even know if a puppet is capable of holding a grudge like a human. But since he dragged Romeo into this, I will not let it stand. Do you truly mean that? You'll be putting your life on the line. I'd like to say I don't need your or anyone's help. But the last time I fought Arlecchino, I just barely managed to get the upper hand. And that was when I was healthy. There's no guarantee I'll win this time. With Romeo's life at stake, I accept your help. From one stalker to another, I, Leia Florence, ask you to fight with me. Arlecchino left me an invitation to meet. To think he was under my nose the entire time. I searched everywhere for him. Insanity.
You sure
No time
did.
for regrets. Romeo is at the Rose Estate, along with that damned puppet. We must find a way into the Rose Estate. Despite outward appearances, its defenses are formidable. And
I'm
the
sure
bigger
I'll just
problem
fight through
is,
all of it anyway.
I've lost my key. So, you and I will have to work something out when we reach the gates. The key? What? How? You must be part crow. You certainly
That is
hoard
true.
everything
I
you come
do.
across.
I hoard every single object I find.
It's the key I lost a while ago. Well, this will make it much easier to get inside. The entrance to the Rose Estate is further up the mountain path. Head out once you're ready. I'll wait for you outside.
A defaced poster featuring an image of a missing person. Holes have been torn out where Romeo's eyes should be. On one part of the poster, a map showing a path leading to the Rose Estate is drawn in red ink. There was another one we picked up that I didn't have time to read because I was under vicious attack yesterday. Which is the wanted by the Order, Aladoro. Apprehended upon immediate discovery. Fugitive fled after inflicting serious damage upon the Order. Multiple charges have been filed, including theft of confidential information, destruction of property, abduction and luring of Order members, defamation against the Order, wanted dead or alive. No liability shall be assigned regarding his condition. Leia's will. Romeo, this is like my final message to you.
Romeo, this is likely my final message to you. I am off to battle Arlecchino to save you. I'll do whatever it takes. Your survival is all that matters. Nothing else comes close, not even my life. There was nothing admirable about my life. But I did what I could. In the only way I knew how. I know Carlo's death scarred us all. I know it changed everything. But we endured. There was always hope. And it was because of you. Without you by my side, I would have been lost long ago.
Rip. Okay.
Come on, we need to follow her.
Follow her and she's literally right here.
Be careful. The enemies here are not to be taken lightly.
Don't worry, I'll light them all on fire.
Don't take your eyes off the enemy!
It's just fucking dogs. She's so, like, battle hungry. At least let me be the one to run in. Found the silly weapon. Yeah. We found the silly weapon that does thousands of damage per second. On a fucking advanced build. Especially if you have the salamander dagger. Stupid.
Let's go.
Stupid ass weapon. We don't have much time. No, but I need to check this. It's important. The shepherd's amulet. Is that throwables? Yep. Throwing items becomes stronger. I don't think they needed that. I'll be perfectly honest with you. The DSC last night just to look for any differences, so it's really funny. Just disrespect Simon
You
with
have
this.
some
Yeah, I
skill.
just light him on fire.
You must have had a good teacher.
Yeah, I did. The fact that you don't recognize me is a little silly, but... I guess I'd be like a little... I guess I'm designed to look older than he was. That's two bears at once. That's enough bear. Goodbye. This is just playing a different video game. This isn't Liza P anymore. I don't even know what this thing is. Like...
Your stance, the way you move, it's oddly familiar.
You can put two and two together, girl. No. No. Like, this is...
Keep moving.
Girl, I'm right here. Calm down. Good lord. Oh, she has Judgment Cut in. Okay.
We will
From the
return
trailers.
together. I'll make sure of it.
Nah, I got you, girl.
It's not too late. There's still time. It's not too late yet. Let's head to the estate.
Bum. A lot of doggies. Like having trouble keeping track of all the dogs with this fucking flamethrower.
Have we met before by some chance?
Hi, it's me, Carlos Soul, reincarnated into a new body with his emotions and soul, but not his personality, or not his memories.
This is the end. Die!
Yep, that sure was Judgment Cut in. It's actually, it's more of a Senkatsuken from fucking 13 than anything, really. Why are the fucking apes here? Why are the apes here? Goodbye, idiot. Fucking moron. It's crazy that this is just basically an infinite use flying Burge.
We just need to cross this bridge.
Okay, what are we gonna jump by on the bridge? That's a lot of goons. Girl, you don't gotta be doing all that. Oh, it's the super bear again. Nah, it'll be fine. I'm just gonna sit in his ass. Stop doing that!
Useless title.
Solutionist Amulet. Increases Fable charge amount and Fable Arts charge damage when Pulse Charge are discharged. That is a pretty good one.
Quickly.
This doesn't actually seem to be doing much, so we're gonna actually equip the Fable charge while attacking. No, that's when a fatal attack is successful. Yeah, there we go. Just because we're attacking so much with this weapon, and we're very reliant on Fable charge to hit our maximum damage.
I cannot lose Romeo. I have to save him. I must. I will. Damn this snow. We must hurry.
And in comes the Elden Ring Snow Dragon.
Look, the Rose Estate. Keep moving. Let's put an end to this.
I will, but first I have to check each corner of the house. Bum 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 bum. Okay. So it looks like what's gonna play out here is after we kill Arlecchino or whatever, we're going to have to go back to the future, check on the tree and Rosora. I wanted to sharpen first, but thank you. Pop, up. She has the key.
I have the key.
Welcome to Resident Evil Mansion Zone.
We made it, but
Shout out to her also having Jiminy's lamp on herself, by the way.
you go ahead. Check out the situation. I'll follow soon. I just need to take something for the pain.
Don't overdose, please. Welcome to the Spencer Estate. Yippee! The orphans love the Spencer Estate.
What happened here? Wait, could this be the Monad Charity House tragedy?
That's right.
But that was the petrification disease, wasn't it? This is just a massacre.
Oh, I'm no longer slightly heavy. Yippee. Alright, let's go. Boss Ranch feature carries between saves because it's unlocked on new files by default. Every single boss fight in the game that's there. Oh, that's silly. Hi, Arlecchino. Doom, 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 doom.
Not you.
Don't worry, girl. We'll put him in a puppet in the future, and then everyone will go crazy trying to fight the things, and then I'll murder him. That's funny. Not this horrible murder. The information I'm receiving in chat.
Romeo. Why does this keep happening? Is it me? Is it my fault? Romeo. You never should have had to suffer this. Not you.
By the time you read this letter, I will be at the zoo, taking care of the matters I've recently informed you about. Please don't be concerned that I'm acting on my own. I'm not a child anymore. I hope that instead you will focus on getting some rest. Your health won't improve without it. I'll bring you some fine coffee that suits your taste when I return. Your faithful apprentice, Romeo. Blood-spattered photo. A photograph of a young man whose blonde hair is streaked with blood. His face is not visible. Yeah, it's cool to have, like, actual cutscene direction in these games. There we go. Upstairs. Doom. Doom, doom.
This is horrific. To see the arms of her apprentice like that. Do you think she'll be okay? I mean, that would destroy anyone, regardless of their resolve. The only way we can help her is to find Romeo.
No, we can't actually play the piano. Let's head back here. Oh, this just leads to the other side. Okay. Ba-da-dum. Ba-da-da-dum. Rose Estate, the cradle of truth. On the potential of the murder puppet. To the most honorable Sir Simon. The second experiment involving Puppet A is complete. Although rigorous testing must still be conducted, we have so far avoided any major conflicts or issues. As expected, this puppet is a small, even insignificant thing, but it is self-aware. In fact, it believes itself to be human. We will continue to observe the subject in hopes that it is able to master the appearances, if not the truth, of human thought and behavior. Though we believe it could be quite useful to you in the future, Sir Simon. When we procured the puppet, it was so severely damaged it required a full set of new limbs. Because it was so thoroughly destroyed, even I had doubts about whether we could recover it in an operable state. The repairs took longer than expected. We ask for your patience and understanding regarding this. Respectfully, Sergio, the puppet manager. Do-do-do. Sorry, gang. Every zombie in Resident Evil house has to go. The only way. Yeah. Maybe keeping the puppet known for big murders around wasn't their smartest decision. I do appreciate that none of these guys are actually fighting you, by the way. Petition to the order. To the esteemed and honorable Sir Valiantus. First, while I understand your appreciation of Simon's talent, you must understand how malicious the man has become. I have confirmed he actually procured a puppet driven by the ergo of a deranged killer. A heinous thing tainted with blood as dark as the abyss is deep, simply so we could study it. I've heard it said that if you gaze too long into the abyss often gazes back into you. At the abyss, we are told, is the way we must go if we are to emerge into the light. But what light is to be gained from embracing the mad ergo of a remorseless killer? Please, before it's too late, you must take action. Sanction him. Your faithful aide, Arden. Arden, you're supposed to be out here making sandwiches. What are you doing? Well, that's concerning. Like the most obvious location for a setup ever. Oh, that's the model we saw at the beginning of the game, in like chapter 2. The first petrification guy you see. Oh, it's crying. Oh, it's this fucker from the end of the DLC. I burn you to death now. Goodbye. That's disgusting. Spring celebration photo, 18XX. May your future days be naught but happiness. Dr. Light from Mega Man saying, I made AK-47 Man to make ice sculptures for children. Yeah. Little bit. He replaces good boy batteries with cruel batteries. Right back to the entrance. Yep. A family's happy memory. My family, they're everything to me. In honor of Carlo's upcoming of age party. Leia, Carlo, and Romeo. Sophia's diary. Yep. The petrification disease has frozen everyone with fear. Frozen except for the trembling. Father ordered the quarantine measures at the first sign of trouble, and Antonia's music has helped calm and comfort those desperate people. Many children who fled here. If the quarantine works, this winter will pass with no further trouble. But nothing could prepare us for the pain of losing someone so precious. We're still recovering, especially Romeo and her. I prayed for the safety of those still outside. Yes, Simon asked to meet at the harbor, but I declined. Far too early for the next food shipments. What could he want?
Wait, this must be Sophia's room. So, she was here when all this happened.
Yep. And then he kidnapped her. She gone. Another letter from an old friend that was undelivered. First part of the letter is missing. I know you're angry about what you've read, and I'm sorry for my rudeness, Antonia. That is what Grandmaster Geppetto, the head of the workshop, would have sent you. This is different. This letter is from your old friend Giuseppe. Antonia, ever since that day, I can't recognize this world. I was intolerant. An ambitious man who had come to believe his own genius reputation. Only focused on one thing, reaching the pinnacle of knowledge. Reaching the pinnacle of his field. When I learned of Vanini's brilliant work, I didn't want to acknowledge him. How dare he try and outdo me? I was vain. Only satisfied when the world's praise and attention were all mine. And my world was a gilded treasure chest that remained utterly empty. Camille taught me there was still hope. Worlds even an empty man could still live for. That's the trouble with finding heaven. Losing it is more terrible for having ever known it in the first place. I'm not the man I was before Camille, but I'm no longer the man I was when she was still here. I needed her eyes to see the world without pain, her soul to know how to love it. No matter how hard I try to remember now, it all slips through my fingers. My world has lost all color. I think I'll understand to my very bones the old saying, hell is the pain of remembering loss. So I am an empty man again, Antonia. But now, Giuseppe Geppetto is no different than a puppet's hollow shell. I have one last worry. Child. I decided to let him try and live in Camille's world. That meant a world without me. Thanks to you and the Monad Charity House. The child grew up happily, I think. Grateful. Leaving the child was selfish. I can't deny it. Leaving him to grow up without parents was unforgivable. And I still believe it was the right path. Instead of growing up in a world of ash and ruin. Carlo had you. I hope someday you can forgive this old fool, Antonia. Your friend, Giuseppe. All of this from what was literally like a one-paragraph description of Camilla in the final dungeon, by the way. Maid. These puppets are extremely annoying. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's the boy from Dungeon 2 earlier. God, this fucking maid is so much more annoying than everything else down here. Got him. You. That fucking puppet was so much more annoying. I don't even know if it was fully a puppet anymore. Getting hard to tell. Stable catalyst. There's another one back there. Radiant ergo chunk. Goodbye. Legion magazine. Nothing here. Oh boy, into the basement, just like in the bottom kitchen of the Spencer estate. I not go take the finished photo up to her? Ugh. Do. Oh, she's just gone. I assume we'll find her fighting Arlecchino. And she may or may not get owned. Okay, and this is chapter 5. So chapter 4 just didn't have a major boss, huh? It only had a mid-boss segment. Alright. Start exploring again. It never ceases to be entertaining. Lumakio being a total bastard makes up for it, I think. Yeah. It's like, wow, you mean the guy literally in charge of the bastards was a bad person? That's crazy. No. There's Archer. It really feels like they wanted to make a shark boss that couldn't get it to not be terrible. Yeah, a little bit. Frenzied Amulet. Restore HP when you get a fatal attack. That's not bad. Good. That's another way to heal for people who are very parry oriented. Okay, buddy. A second one. The second one got me. Yeah, the shark doesn't even have like a boss life bar. It's just a unique mini boss. His fight suck to the last. Yeah, I know. It's really funny how he changes resistances halfway through the fight, so your ring appropriate defense doesn't work, or offensive ring doesn't work. I just had to end up planning around the phase 2 and just deal with phase 1 whether I wanted to or not. Oh, the wine exploded. There we go. Ba. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum. He was rough and not good. The Gator's still the worst one by far. It feels insane that it's the first thing. We will purify these heresies for the great truth. Relita Valientis will not. He is a feeble turncoat. He has halted research into ascension and abandoned the path of truth. He has dared place the Great One's physical form into the hands of heretics and unbelievers. These heretics cannot stand. As the inheritors of the sacred truth, we must take control. You are commanded to cleanse the remnants of heresy from the Rose Estate. Purify the site. All of this will continue on the pilgrimage from Churf, guided by noble Sir Pistris. Awaken, evolve, and ascend. Purify the Rose Estate and the cathedral with divine elixir. Okay. Okay again. Bah. Oh. A special safe. I see. The letter to Valiantus. Folded with great care. It's written in a steady, neat handwriting. Sir Valiantus, I hope this letter finds you well. I wish to apologize for the manner in which I abandoned my duties, which bordered on betrayal. I love this family, but walking the Monad path proved too difficult, too painful. I live in constant fear of being dragged down into the darkness alongside you. I could no longer endure gazing into that yawning abyss. I decided I must walk a different path. I'm truly indebted to you for all you have done, for taking me in and raising me, for the great authority you placed in my hand with the rose sword. I intend to use the power of this sword you gifted me to fight for something truly righteous. Oh, Father, it embarrasses me even now, but I truly wish to call you that at least once in my life. The feelings inside me as I watch my apprentices grow make me wonder if you felt the same way gazing at me. Your grateful daughter, Leia Florence.
This must be Valentinus and his wife's chambers, if I had to guess. So many bloodstains. I don't think they made it out of here alive. Even a former leader of the Order was helpless when death came calling.
Here we live, here we remain, we are eternal. Yo, she's rocking the saber fit. Okay, we are gonna have to go backwards, it looks like. Oh. The arm of God's been stolen. Great Master's letter of excommunication. To my young apprentice, I'm told you've succumbed to delusion and abandoned the path of truth, Valiantus. The human heart can be a pitiful, but it is resilient. I see you were unable to discard your connections to your family. But your greater sin? Handing over the Great One's arm. You have fallen so regrettably far, I have no choice but to inform you that in the name of the Council, I declare you excommunicated. As we once shared the bond of master and apprentice, I have personally created this excommunicant's cure for you, though you may not have time to take it. I've heard my sea monster is on the move, and he is headed your way. You who will not see the thread of eternity, make your choice. To live and rot as a human, or to bloom into the next phase of evolution as your final act. Fortunately, the question is rhetorical, for the matter is out of your hands, Valiantus. The sea monster... Another fake door. Okay, let's go back for now. Handed over the arm of God, huh? Not quite how that looks. It's funny, by the way, that we know the alchemists were already sending their medicine out to the eastern country, so like Japan is fucked, or wherever, quote unquote, that's supposed to be in this fake fantasy world. Let's go head over to that location we heard the big thing running around. My sea monster is heading your way, huh? I wonder exactly what that one's supposed to be about. Oh, this is where I climbed up. Back up we go. Okay, what's down here? It's a puppet. without any of my puppet gear on. This guy has an absurd amount of health, by the way. Yeah, I forgot. His Pistress is specifically a reference to the whale. Keep this enemy tight. Being like, what will we put in our DLC? Near the end of our DLC, a hyper buffed version of that guy you fight at the beginning of the game who sucks ass. He's just way more aggro than he is there. Alright, let's get our gear appropriately equipped. Haven't had to fight a puppet in like 10 trillion years. Do. Technically, we don't even have to fight this guy. Could just get the item and run. But, like, might as well since we're so close here. Beating, like, a remaining piece of meat into dirt. Quartz. Fucked up. Just so much damage. My brain is like not registering the delays. Wow, he's got long ass strength. Bop. 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 Remember to use our grindstone. There we go. Why is it not triggering? There we go. Bang. Get parried, idiot. And by get parried, I mean I turned on the button that just makes me cheat. Sir Valiantus, with the utmost sincerity and all due request, this will be the 9th indictment. I write you not now as Luca. I write you now not as Luca, senior chancellor, but as Luca, your protege. As I've said, I strive to live by your guidance and lessons. You know this, I'm sure of it. So what's with the same sincerity and respect that I will continue to indict Simon? An assembly must be called regarding all of this immediately. Not only is he using Ergo for personal gain, he is carelessly exploiting it. He's even gathering followers and convincing them that this will lead them to ascension, to godhood. He's making no effort to hide his true intentions. It's not too late. Please call an assembly. We can prove everything. Senior Counselor, Luca. If I remember right. Let me double check because it's been a while. Not even fucking wow, Google's useless. Alright. So we could prove it all. Oh, this is where the tram would have led. If we had been able to just take the tram like 3 chapters ago. That's funny. Very unfortunate that Arlecchino being a puppet isn't going to give a shit about fire very much. Because our fire damage is way, way stronger than our electric stuff. Also, funnily enough, we haven't really found an acid weapon. We found a weapon that does acid, but it's not an advanced weapon. The, like, strength-based weapon that has acid on a skill. Okay, back to our usual stuff for now. Oh, only jump down. Goodbye, idiot. Nice library. A bit of a Resident Evil puzzle going on there, huh? Damn, that shit just destroys their, like, poise. Like, they do not have a chance. Technique crank. I love that you can parry in the middle of that. It's very silly. Okay. Okay, so there's some form of drop downs in here. Finish looking around. Okay. Nothing else. Oh, there we go. Hello. What do you got for me? The Courage Amulet. Enhances pulse cell reach. Oh, okay. Pulse cells recharge faster when you're discharged. He's very good at finding these secret buttons. Okay. scary noise. Doo doo. Oh, he came out of the other one. That's cute. Okay, where do we go from here now? Since P can't climb regular ladders, he needs these big metal ones. Oh, you got no head. That's fucked up. You got no head. This thing is disgusting. What are we doing? Huh. No, there's no other path. Okay. Probably weighs like... Yeah, that's true. Celebration of the generous lady Sarasani. Another important person. Kind of expecting someone to break out of that. Okay. Pick this up, and this should move. Bookcases. Yep. So many secrets in this Resident Evil mansion for children. We go. Okay. Wow. Sorry, buddy. Emergo chunk. Whoa. That's a new one. Good lord. Can you follow me through there? No. Idiot. I love cheating. Rose Garden Key. Key obtained from within the Rose Estate. It unlocks the door to the Rose Garden entrance. Of all the gardens in Krot, Lady Isabel's rose garden is said to be the most beautiful, having lost their caretaker, the rose garden. The rose now gleamed crimson, an ill-timed vision of bloom amidst the backdrop of white snow. Some type of final boss Arlecchino location, mayhaps. Yeah, I wonder what's happening out there. The last battle. The end of this overture is approaching. Revisit the unfinished stories from your journey. Unspoken words and unfulfilled promises may all disappear when the overture ends. Let's check a couple things then. Into the flamethrower relay is like Doom Eternal when you put the BFG into a moon blaster turret. Yeah. Well, you're doing it specifically so that you get access to its buff that does more fire. Is this up here fixed? Nope. That's for after the DLC. Head to Krot City Hall real quick and check. I assume Rizora is also only going to show up here after you've finished the DLC, but let's see. Ah, I see. I see. Will you be my friend? Everyone is gone. I'm all alone now. That was from Rizora. Damn. We did also get the puppet baby doll here, but I don't think she's quite a baby. And we also already handed that off, so I don't think I can even check it. Unfortunate and sad. Alternative Eventide. Hotel Krat. Alright, let's spend all the rest of our stuff.
Well met.
There really was only like Dude, I assume we'll get one for Arlecchino, and it'll probably be her weapon. He doesn't have a second box, right? Let's double check I didn't miss something. No, he does have another one. A premium luxury bag in Archon Fleet shipwrecks somewhere that I missed. Upgrade real quick. We don't have enough for it even. That's sad. Is there anything I even want left? Or should I just put it into powering up? Nope. Okay, let's go to upgrade then. Fable Arts Effect Duration. We want this one. Lower weapon durability consumption. Auto charge pulse when discharge increases. Lower guard range reduction. Lower damage dodging. Siege when defeating enemy. Lower charge attack consumption. Perfect guard. Fable charge enhance. Increases weapon durability recovery. Reduces stamina. Charge Fable when reviving? Ergo. Fable Catalyst. Okay. Let's go find that other box we apparently missed for Klaus. And then we can just run into the final boss. Archon Ship Fleet Rex. Do 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 do.
So,
Yeah, you didn't have anything. Surprised we can actually even get up here. Alright. Let's go find this somewhere. Fortunately, these alchemists have like a shit ton of poise. They do not give a fuck. Unfortunately, you can't. You have to hold down the button to do that, and as long as you're holding down the button, you can't parry. Which is a little unfortunate. I don't need to fight you. Goodbye. Teehee. Okay. God, that sure does mulch these fish. Since they only really have charging attacks. Alright. It's gotta be around here somewhere. That one doesn't go that far. Yeah, that's the way forward, if I remember right. So let's check downstairs. Hey, this is the fucking dagger version that has, like, absurd resistances in health. I hate the way that system works. The fact that you have to get both hits of the parry always bothers me. Like one major complaint. Is it like in here and I just missed it somehow? I forgot that this sucks. Let's go. Hey, surely it's not in here. Because if it was in here, it would have been listed for this location. And none of this matters. Bear doesn't respawn. Are you chasing me? You're no longer chasing me. Up we go. And this should just lead around to that guy we took out already. That had the puppet crown. This has been a really good DLC. There's just been like way less like main bosses than I expected. Like, I think we saw all of the non-human bosses in the trailers, even. Oh, come on. Like, Arlecchino wasn't in the trailers, obviously, because that he actually matters. Whoa. Bro. Bro, get the fuck out of the way. Every time. No matter what, you can't escape the nightmare of Souls games. Which is an enemy just happens to block your path in a location it's not normally standing in. Because you're not allowed to push enemies out of the way. Someone just tried to do a fucking Fable attack on me. Very dramatic shot of a shark. Yeah. Nope. Okay, well, I have no clue where this shit is. Once again, this does also still have the very same issue I had with base Liza P. In that there's not much to go out of your way for. Like, that little segment we just did is, like, the only, like, optional zone we've encountered. And then there is exactly one optional fight. With, the green monster. So it's like... yeah, it's just good outside of the fucking first zone, which was incredibly fucked up and evil. That's where the punch guy came out. Where is this? How did I possibly... well, we went through the entire zone and I still don't have it. Hold on. Sells exclusive items, provides some unique rewards. Yeah, where is the other one? Have wooden ramp, keep moving forward till you reach a ladder. Go up the ladder to get... it is hidden off a drop down off the top of the ship. Off the first ship. There was no way I was gonna find that. Also, we can't go back. We have to redo the zone due to how it's designed. Alright, let's get this done, and then we can go punch Arlecchino in the head. Go fight the Joker. And by that, I mean light the Joker on fire. It's cool if the alchemists get transforming weapons. I kind of wish we did. Okay, so reportedly up here somewhere. That was the wrong button. God, this sucks. I'm getting fucking zoned. I've done more damage to the fucking alchemist than this puppet. Lord. There we go. Jesus Christ. Now we can look around. Okay, so it's off the back of one of these ships. I feel like I'm going insane. Maybe not referring to this ship? That's the ship entrance. Fuck off. Getting stuck on everything. Climb up the wooden ramp. Keep moving forward until you reach a ladder. Ladder to get on top of the ship. Jump down near the black flag. I legitimately don't know where or what ship this is referring to. Because the photo shows that ramp up. It's clearly not this one. Because none of the rest of it makes any sense. I'm just trying to get through here so I can go fight the final boss of the DLC. And you can't do anything with this And going up that takes us to the next zone. Good lord, fish. Calm down. And this is just the boss fight zone. Yeah, this is just the boss fight room. Unless I guess it's in the very first ship? Yeah, this is just the dead end. I feel like I'm going insane. Oh, okay, I think I know what's happening. Hold up. I think it's sending me to the wrong location. I think we want to be over here in like the area after this. And luckily we won't be shot at running through here, so this is just free now. As I try to find the very last thing we don't have here. Rude. I'm getting very confused here because they're showing me a photo of a ship entrance that doesn't exist, which is what was throwing me off. But it looks like this is the right location. They also sent me to the wrong waypoint. I also swear I got everything back here already. Nope, there it is. Jumping off again on the front. Yep. The lengths I had to go through to find this. Ugh. Let's see what it gives us. Doom. Doom.
Well met, Moth. You found it! My treasured belongings. I thought I had lost this bag forever, and I was in quite a predicament without it. Thank you, thank you, thank you! Oh, excellent! Everything is intact, not a single item missing. I'm astonished.
Oh,
that
it was
was
still in a
stolen.
safe.
As a reward, I shall grant you a well met.
A famous detective's mustache. One more quartz. And an extra full moonstone of the Covenant.
Well met, Moth.
Okay. Go soup up a little bit. Perfect guard fable maybe. I missed the second class door. Yeah, I had to go out of my way to find that. That was silly. You missed out on like a mustache, an extra moonstone, and a quartz. So it's not that bad. Yep. Okay. Nitpick. You get all the back photos because here. Still think we get together. Oh, I'm missing the last Black Brotherhood door. I just realized I don't have it yet. So it's around here somewhere. That's the last thing I'm missing. Also, yeah, they don't like giving you a lot of boss-specific weapons. For human characters, even. Where was the third Black Rabbit Brotherhood, or the fourth Black Rabbit Brotherhood door? Because I must have passed it at some point. It was on the lighthouse. Interesting. Alright. Go up and then down. It's on the outside. Okay. gotta be up here. Do. Lighthouse on the lighthouse. Yeah, I'm going up. Don't worry. Do, 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 do. I am in fact fucking around and doing side quests. Oh, it was down here, wasn't it? Whee! Yep. Why the hell would be out here? I guess the alchemists were making dealings with this guy. The battle maniac's mask. Mask worn by the battle maniac of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. The thrill of the hunt and trophies for his siblings were enough for him. Two things to keep in mind in combat. 1. Protect the family. 2. Never protect number 1. That is all you must do. The hunting cap said to be worn by a famous detective from the foggy streets. Perhaps an odd choice for a dignified detective, but it struck fear in those he hunted. Hunting deer and seeking truth are not so different. Observe clues, follow traces, and catch the target. The hunting attire worn by the battle maniac of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. It is said to have been modified hundreds of times to improve swiftness and flexibility of movement. Seriously, is fighting all you ever have on your mind? Don't use my stuff as weapon. The famed detective's coat. Formal suit said to have been worn by a famous detective from the foggy streets. The cape exudes a quiet dignity and a sharp mind. Lies are like mud puddles wreathed in gold. Not careful, one might become mired in muck while chasing a fleeting fortune. The missing keys log. Logbook of the eccentric's missing keys. What are we gonna do with this idiot? He has missed 23 keys total. Only feels fitting we would do this as in Romeo's coat. Inside. Head back to Eventide real quick. And let's change our hair back to normal. They're done. Okay, P. Let's go shoot this fucking stupid ass puppet in the head. Doom. 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 it is kind of funny that, like, the super final boss of the DLC is a guy you met in a side quest in the base game. Who it always felt like probably should have been an optional boss of the base game. That is not how I expected him to look.
Where's the legend I faced before?
Okay, girl, don't die in this cutscene, please.
Shut up, you filthy puppet!
That is a completely different puppet from the base game.
I must ask. Did you actually believe you could save your beloved apprentice? Oh. And who might you be?
Help Leia up to initiate cooperative battle. Oh, that's cute. Arlecchino, the blood artist. Good lord. Holy fuck. I did not know you could pick Leia up. Apparently, it can happen in the Alidoro fight as well. Good lord, that was a phase 1.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for. This.
Guys, I don't think fire is gonna work against phase 2. Hey, Romeo.
The alchemists offered me nothing but.
What the fuck? How you doing that, bro? What the fuck? What the fucking Melania? This is literally Melania.
I will carve dread into your eyes that will haunt you forever!
Why is he Melania?
How stubborn and foolish. How very human.
Alright, well, we still mulch him. Leia, stay up. Oh, did not mean to do that. Ah! Ah! 99% of my fucking break gauge. Good lord. Bah. Oh, the team combo. And he's done. It sure was. I just sat in his ass and shot a flamethrower into his ass till he died. I can hardly even call that a boss fight. That flamethrower is just absurdly strong. Okay, Legendary Stalker, die to protect me. Oh, or that. Yeah, there's the super from the animation, from the trailer.
It was fun while it lasted.
I did that shit to a bear earlier. She did. She wasted that shit on a bear. Hey, Romeo. Yeah, I feel like he would have definitely put up more of a fight, if we had been on the highest difficulty. But the amount of damage you can do with that weapon is disgusting. It shouldn't exist. It just shouldn't exist. Like, I don't even think he was weak to fire in phase 2. I just did that. Nah, keep it.
It's yours now.
I'm on Puppet right now. I didn't expect that, like, I would get access to my build doing, like, 70 trillion damage a second.
Now I know.
Like, I don't know if Stalker would have made that harder. Here we go. Like, he would have had more health. And I would have taken slightly more damage, and that would have been that's the primary difference. Is purposely completely overpowered? Yeah, of course. Aw, she realized. That's cute. The Rose's memory. She realizes at the last second that it's us. Aw, you get to see Crop before it exploded. That's cute. Yeah, I'll probably, at least on my own time, run through on Legendary Stalker. Because I am curious to see if even on, like, New Game Plus, how fucking absurdly busted that shit is. Because you already tear apart most of the base game with a normal advanced build. And now you have the flamethrower that kills. Oh, it's her Halidoro's sword. Oh, you can see the Brotherhood, the Eccentric without his mask on there. That's crazy. I was extremely stoned and wanted him and he felt fucking impossible. Yeah, I imagine. It's one of those things where it's like they can push 1v1 as hard as they want because they give you the option for the 2v2, but because Souls fans are insane, they won't take it. Like, there are 2 bosses in this DLC that you can summon a Wraith for. There are 2 bosses in this DLC that the game actively gives you a tool to summon in to help fight with you. Oh, it's the officer. Transition attack killed me so much. I was like 50% of the reason why I lowered the difficulty. The reason it was 3 a.m. Yeah, that's fair. Special thanks to our friends and family and loved ones for their understanding. Yeah, that was really fun. They added 2 no drawback easier difficulties. Yeah. And the easier difficulty doesn't change like the Lacacia doesn't change the enemy's movesets. It's just it is, I think it's boss H. It's either you do more damage and take less damage, or it's you take less damage and bosses have less health, and I can't tell which one it is. It's basically just like you take, instead of taking like 50% on a stray hit, you seemingly take like 30% on a stray hit. I will say, after this DLC has an interesting thing going on here, where I would say that while early on it was nice having Awakened Puppet on, if you have yourself at 40 vigor and then by the end of the DLC you've picked up all of the equipment they give you that is just the best equipment in the game, you start taking so little damage on most things, which is a bit of a mess. But it was still a lot of fun. Holy fuck, Mad Donkey. I didn't think we'd see you here, of all people. I kind of wish they'd just give us a button that just says reset the DLC. Because I'd like to run through it. I turned it down to the lowest for Lacacia, and reflecting her lightning bolts took like 15% each. Yeah. You can change difficulties anytime. Yeah, it's true. But it's just kind of weird that the hardest, outside of course, if you want to solo fight Arlecchino, because solo fighting Arlecchino is probably the hardest fight in the game. That obviously it's the DLC final boss. It's weird that this DLC gets easier the further in you get, just because your available tools get so good by the end of it. Like that crocodile in the zoo is probably the hardest, like, entry gate, just due to it being a raw wall of damage that kills you if you fuck up a parry, and all the hardest enemies are in the zoo. Like the kangaroos and the fucking elephant, fucked up super elephant, and the giant mandrills and the small mandrills are all incredibly fucked up, especially near the end where they start dropping you in multiples. Romeo. Sorry, buddy. Sorry you got put into a puppet and then we had to kill you anyway. Yeah. The Archbishop going insane. It's cute that the epilogue of this is watching everyone get there. Oh my god, it's the lady with the baby. Pair of shoes for the baby as well. From the side quest at the beginning of the game. The nun, yeah. I feel like this DLC should have come out way sooner, by the way. It is incredibly, incredibly reliant on you remembering a bunch of plot details from the very end of the game that are only from the end of the game. Oh, we fucked up her quest line in this one, because we forgot she existed, and then we came back later and she was just dead on the floor in this replay. Oh, it's the puppet bride that had awakened to Ergo. And like all of these are like, good luck remembering half. Oh my god. Helping her up the stairs. No, Bomb Bomb! The DLC took so long to come out, the cat passed away. How could you do this? Yeah. There we go. Okay, yeah, someone's got to come collect Romeo's body. Geppetto. Yeah, of course. Gonna... Pulling out the nameless puppet. Yep. Yeah, you can hear it walking over.
I believe in you. Carry on.
There's the
Don't
scissors.
forget. This is your story now.
Yeah, Geppetto fucking sucks. So this next scene, I noticed I have beating Nameless again last night. His blood swords have the same effect Leia does. Yep. So she disappears. Oh, we know Romeo's ergo goes into... Romeo's ergo goes into that one. Into, his puppet. It look... the implication of that seems to be that he used at least some of her for Nameless. Gotta go to bed. Enjoy. Yeah, I'm gonna check out the two little things that we have going on here. Stories that remain. There are stories that, however minutely, have been altered by your actions. So you got the tales that remain both in forgotten time and the present time. The white butterfly that was guiding Razora. Oh. Doo 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 doo. Eventide Hotel Crot. The tree. Things that change if... A handful of cute little things that change if you beat the DLC before you beat the game. Let me go through this first. Before we hear about that. Timepiece. Oh, they're all over the place. To the tree. The secret room key. Didn't even get a chance to read that because I didn't know I had it. Meticulous secret. Yeah, it's gone.
The painting. This must have been Leia's room.
Leia, this room is depressing as hell.
Her memories were so close.
A memory of halcyon days. A painting of a scene depicting a small concert. An image filled with cherished memories.
My dearest Carlo, listening to this song always reminds me of you. Do you remember the time we all gathered to play this piece together? We were happy then. They were precious, if all too short moments of happiness. Perhaps those times were so precious because of their brevity. Why is it that we humans always look for more when happiness is already in our grasp? I couldn't appreciate what we had then. But that wasn't because I found you tiresome. After breaking ties with the Monad family, I was lost. I could barely take care of myself. So taking responsibility for you and Romeo, it was more than I could bear at the time. But in the end, you two saved me. You washed away all the spite and hatred in my heart. Legendary stalker. A worthless title. That cruel end should never have been your fate. It was only when I held your pale, cold face in my hands that I understood that we should have stayed together. That I should never have left the two of you. But now you belong to the past. I shouldn't cry. It happens to us all. Eventually, I will join you there as well. No one lives forever. So in time, we will meet again.
Fortunately, we're trapped in a puppet body that won't die unless we're beaten to death.
My wish is that I get to sit with you as the light of the sunrise washes over us, and we share a love together. Your teacher, Leia.
Survivor. A record that can be discovered in Krot. Can be used at the gramophone. Discard your past fears and protect your inner flame. As long as you're here, I won't be afraid. Because you're here. I pointed this out earlier. But you disappear after being Arcano because you were the Spectre summoned for her in her wish to see Carla. Aw, that's cute. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. He's moved on. Luxury bag left behind by Klaus. It dispenses good when an ancient disc or rare ergo is placed inside. The painting at Hotel Krot. Bright and sunny day has replaced the night. Painter sky. Head upstairs. Doo, 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 doo. Pick the golden rose.
Wow, look at it. It's so beautiful.
A golden rose that miraculously bloomed from a seed planted long ago in the garden. It may be used to decorate something in the hotel. However meager, the boys' fight transcends the boundaries of time and alters fate itself. Golden tribute to the stories left behind, beyond the infinite repetition of time. Parent phone now holds a cherished memory. And now we can go visit the tree thing. I wonder if it'll say something else now. Do-do, do-do. There she is.
You came. I knew you would. So happy to see you again. Friends always meet again. So I'll wait for you. Again at the world's end. Farewell. My forever friend.
Yeah.
Who looks like my dear Carlo.
Bye, Camille. Rosara's treasure. Last piece of a drawing. Child's drawing that looks very old. Drawing of family. On the back are two sentences with different handwriting. Our beloved son. May your every day be as happy as this one. Okay. Well, I gotta like brush up on some of the memory stuff because they said there was a thing in the DLC that, not in the DLC, in the base game that I had thought said that Camille was the first sentient puppet, but that may have actually been referring to Rosora instead. But that picture shows Geppetto's wife, who he also seemingly called Camille, and her together. So I don't know. I have to double up. Like I said, it's been a while. Yes, it was Camille. Yeah. So I don't know who the mom is then. It's fucking with me. Because the drawing implies they were all there together. But I had assumed that Rizora was the ergo from Camille put in... Oh, yeah, whatever. Probably just that, and I'm overthinking it. She was a nurse puppet who saved a baby in military and said, send me back to my child. Okay. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Okay, is that everything? Well, let's go check the rose garden again, I guess, here. No, Fringe have had all specific references. It says, I couldn't bring you back, but I can't bring back our child. Okay. Yep.
Hey, they're probably okay, right? I mean, Leia is the legendary stalker after all. Surely they made it out just fine.
Genius Meister's
If not,
Mongol.
there may be another thread of fate at work here. And it's up to us to cut it.
We already did that.
Because there has to be a way. We may not be able to save everyone, but we can find a way to save those left. So let's find it. Together.
It's really unfortunate that this DLC doesn't actually, like, have information change based on whether you actually finish the game already. Especially because it's scaled to, like, be harder than some stuff at the end of the game. Monocle often worn by Krot's best technician. Perhaps the single lens provided the genius a unique perspective. The world praised him as a trailblazer of the golden age of enlightenment. Little did anyone know, he was trapped inside a dark nightmare of his own creation. And we can't go any further. Wait, is there anything else I can pick up? Do-do. 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 Trying to think of anything that might have changed. Because there was only the two, like, we only found the two things in the future. And we didn't affect all that much overall. I guess we can go back to see if there's anything at the opera stage. Arlecchino is dead. We killed the shit out of him. Okay, that's gone. I can go check Arlecchino's room. Which one is it? This is... Okay, so it should be outer wall. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. It's kind of a shame that they didn't really take into account having finished the game before doing the DLC. Like, nothing in the DLC changes, and dialogue is all presented as if you haven't finished the game yet. Like, Jiminy will, like, question a bunch of things that you already know the answer to in the DLC, which is a bit... That's, like, the one area where I feel is really lacking. Oh, you can see the elevators have the mark from the ruins on them. I killed this guy's ass. I guess he respawns here. Kind of weird. Yep, nothing here since we blew him up already. We didn't change anything with the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. Let's see. Oh, hey, the changes are, if you're wearing Leia's armor, Arlecchino will react to you. If you're in this chapter, Antonio has a new item. Antonia has a new item. Her letter will have a second page. We might be able to check the letter, but we can't. We have so many fucking letters now. Yep, second page. The young gentleman who resembles Carlo, Antonia Staracini. A memo has been added. Everywhere you go, you seem to change fates for the better. Perhaps if I had met you earlier, I might have been able to wash away the pain and nightmares of the past. After what happened at the Rose Estate, I was left with no choice but to put my all into protecting everyone. But you're different. You are someone who can connect with and bring warmth to other people. Please find a way. A path of light that can save everyone. Jiminy gets new dialogue in the Chapter 11 beach sequence. Leia's dialogue during Chapter 10 will change. Eugenie now reacts to a gesture. Alright, no, they fucked up. It's on Chapter 10. The legendary soccer sequence changes all while you're on the beach. Which is weird, because she dies at the end of the DLC and shouldn't be able to do that.
Why does my heart hurt all of a sudden?
Oh. Alright, you can share some of the other stuff because we can't get it in this playthrough. We'll have to New Game Plus it. I'm worried about starting New Game Plus though, because that Antonia line like implies some shit. Oh, you don't even get anything from Arlecchino for just because you get her weapon by default. The leader's battle apparel. Battle apparel worn by the legendary stalker. This stalker speaks directly to you during the second phase of Nameless fight. That's crazy. Worn by the legendary stalker. This stalker feared a warm touch more than a cold blade. Despite her legendary skills, she walked through life alone. Accepting 2 special points as apprentice awakened her resolve to protect the innocent. Open worn by Krot's best technician. The mask worn by the legendary stalker. This stalker agonized over her worthiness to wear this mask. The cricket guides the way. But what if it's the one who becomes lost? Don't worry about losing your way, dear sister. A path will always appear, as long as there's somewhere to return from. Well, that's got some fucking implications right there. But, we're not doing anything with them. I'm curious what we're gonna do, because that kind of that line in Antonia's letter, I assumed the next game would be completely unrelated to any of this. But that line kind of implies that we're not quite done yet. Oh my god, that's just the critical hit. That's absurd. Monad Rose Sword. Descaling in both technique and motivity. So it could be run for either of them. Worthless for me. Blossoming. Quickly rush forward, piercing and slashing enemies. Use extra Fable slots to rush forward again and slash more enemies. By the name of the Rose, after a brief brawl, slash enemies in a wide area in front of you. Finish with a powerful attack. And there's Judgment Cut End. That's just Judgment Cut End. Yeah, the only problem is you actually don't. The only person you really save at the end of the game is the people here in Sophia. Which, I mean, I guess that counts. This fit doesn't quite work as well on him as it did on her, I will say. Alright. Real quick. Craft the 2 Legion arms we never made. I'm missing a plug, apparently. Probably from a shop somewhere. Happy ending, I guess. Yeah. That was a fun DLC. Very, very good wrapping in. Maybe some messing around with balancing a little bit in the early half. Well, the early bit. Like, just up to, honestly, just up to the fucking alligator needs some work. The rest of this was very fun. It had less bosses than I would have imagined, despite having 5 chapters. Like, significantly less. There wasn't much for boss weapons either. But it was quite fun. This fucking Puppet's Future Welder Blade is disgustingly busted. Like, absolutely disgusting. You should have made that. It just turns it turns any fight you can summon for into just like a barbecue. Okay, but that's gonna be it for Lies of P, at least for the foreseeable future. I'll probably go through on New Game Plus and test some stuff out with that weapon, because oh my god, that weapon is going to delete the base game. It's just going to delete it. It's just going to delete it. Okay. Thanks for coming out, everyone. So, we're probably going to be on break for a day or two here. But we will be coming back to streaming sooner than later. Because we need to get caught up on Deltarunes Chapter 3 and 4. Which now that this is out of the way, we're gonna try and get to those. As soon as we're openly available. Best Souls-like? Yeah, that's true. One of the best Souls-likes continue to be the best. Huh? Yay! Thank you, chat. But for now, that's gonna be... Oh, hold on. After you cleared the DLC, the starting screen returns to the final zone. Alright. That's gonna be it for us here at the Theater of the First Night. Take care, sweet dreams, and that'll be current. See y'all next time, okay? Bye-bye.